Breaking news right now, downtown Missoula government buildings are locked down. People are told to stay away from the courthouse and city hall. We just brought this video into the station, and you're looking at one of the corners in downtown by the courthouse. Officials say it all started with someone firing shots at a police car with an officer inside, and it started near the Mountain Line transfer. Let's get straight to our live team coverage. NBC Montana's Brady Brewster is on the corner of Broadway. Brady.
Laurel, like you said, I'm out here on the corner of Broadway. We've been out here since this started today. Lots of new developments as we've gone throughout our day today. So we are still seeing a very heavy police presence here in downtown, as well as this area being blocked off. So you're not even allowed through the downtown area. I'm on the corner of Broadway and Woody Street. Since I've been here, they've even put up a few more barricades. So all the way from Ryman to Orange Street is now blocked off. We did just see SWAT make a pass through here, and as you can see all the way down Woody Street, very heavy police presence still going down all the way to about Spruce Street. I also want to mention to you right now the courthouse. So this is where we believe it all started. You can see that tape is still up on the west side of the courthouse. So that's where we're being told that most of this investigation is taking place. The courthouse was on lockdown when we got here earlier today. They have started letting folks leave out of that east side, so those folks have been allowed to leave the courthouse, but the west side is still on lockdown. The courthouse is closed. So the biggest thing that the police want the public to know is to just stay out of the area. So I even spoke to a few people that were around during this incident. Some of the guys that were in lockdown in the courthouse said they didn't even know what happened. I kind of had to fill them in on this situation. So we're, of course, going to be bringing you these updates as they become available to us. For now, Brady Brewster, NBC Montana. Back to you, Laurel.
All right, thank you, Brady. The Missoula Police Department is the lead agency in this, but just minutes ago, the Sheriff's Office held a news conference. We'll play it right here and online, unedited.
Right now, we have a lockdown around the courthouse and in our Missoula County admin building. Technically, it's a city jurisdiction call, so right now they're in the process of investigating. We're asking you guys as the media folks to push out that folks, if they can avoid the downtown area, to please do so. We're letting civilians who are in the courthouse leave on the east side of the building, but everything west of the courthouse is basically on lockdown right now as city police investigate the incident. County employees are, sorry, I'll wait for that bus to go by. County employees are also on lockdown, so right now we're really just looking at that safety aspect of things as we continue into the next hour or so and making sure that our employees and that the civilians who are in and around the courthouse are safe. As you can see behind me, the yellow tape is where we're asking people to stop, and like I said, if they can avoid the area completely, that's what we're asking them to do. You guys have any questions?
Can you give us any nuts and bolts? I know you said that there's city jurisdiction, but we got an alert from the University of Montana that someone near the Mountain Line station allegedly shot at a police car. Can you confirm any of that information?
I didn't know that the University of Montana had sent out an alert, but oftentimes that they do that as a precautionary measure for their students, obviously. But that's what the city is looking into, and I'd refer you to Travis Welsh for those questions. Right now, like what our job is as the county, since we have our admin building and the courthouse downtown, we're really just locking down that area and making sure it's safe for the employees and asking them to stay put where they are. And like I said, it's important for people to know that the west side of the building is where that operational stuff is going on. We also have our SRT vehicle out, our armored vehicle that will be out and kind of patrolling the area and kind of looking into those things. So basically we're assisting the city in this and making sure that our employees and the civilians are safe.
How many Missoula County employees are inside that, or currently employees are normally in that?
Oh, it's hard to say. There's so many departments, the county attorney's office, OEM. So it's hard to say how many people are inside.
You guesstimate more than 50?
No, it's hard to say. It depends on each day, and we don't really visit those departments to see how many people are inside. We just know that they know that there's been alerts sent out, and they're all in lockdown for the time being.
Do you know how many civilians you guys have already evacuated?
No, there's several different entrances, and so when this got called in, you know, we took some time setting up that perimeter, so I can't say how many people had left the courthouse during that time. I know there's only a handful or so in the lobby right now. That's not to say that there might be different people on different floors.
So folks are allowed to leave, and you might have mentioned this already, so sorry if you did. But
no.
that east side is open, but is the courthouse itself open? People should
The courthouse is not open.
It's closed.
Yeah, and so once they leave, they're not allowed back in. Nobody
Okay.
is allowed to go in once they leave.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
Can you tell us anything about Mountain Line? Are any buses running? I heard one of the officers saying that the buses are running.
Yeah, so the Mountain Line entrance is totally closed down, both the exit. You know, we have cars posted up down there. You'd have to check with Mountain Line to see where they're rerouting those buses and where those people are maybe getting on. I don't know if they've set it up with Blackway, but you'll definitely want to check with them. Right now, though, the bus depot is completely closed to the public.
Missoula Sheriff's Department. Here's another angle from another reporter we have on the scene. We're told the public should avoid the areas of Ryman and Pine, Woody and Pine, Ryman and Broadway, and Woody and Broadway. We have no suspect details at this time, but as you can see in the footage that we're running, officers are heavily armed out there. There are no injuries reported. Employees or students traveling to campus may also be impacted. Missoula County employees are on lockdown and told to stay away from windows. Lowell Elementary is on perimeter lockdown, and we just received word Hellgate High School is locked down as well. We've got reports St. Patrick Hospital is on lockdown. Our live team coverage continues with NBC Montana's Madison Donor with another angle of this rapidly developing story. Madison.
Thanks, Laurel. As you can see behind me, there is a heavy police presence still here downtown Missoula. Now, I'm going to step out of the frame here just for a moment so you can see the scene behind me that I've been seeing for the past 2 hours down here. They have just placed street closure signs between Ryman Street and Orange Street and are redirecting traffic. Now, as you just heard from Brenda Bassett, they're advising the public not to come in this area. But many people have been coming down here spectating and seeing what's happening. Now, City Hall and council chambers have been placed on lockdown, and Mountain Line buses just beyond here are being rerouted. Like we said earlier, all we know right now is that a police officer's vehicle was shot at with an officer inside. No injuries have been reported, and we have no suspect details. From what we know, they have not been apprehended. Live in Missoula, I'm Madison Donor, NBC Montana.
Thanks, Madison. And this video, take a look at this. This video just in. This is the Missoula County Courthouse, and you can see what appears to be snipers on the roof. Again, our information is very limited. It appears law enforcement is unaware of where the suspect or suspects might be. If you are just joining us, Missoula law enforcement has locked down the county courthouse right now, City Hall and the transit station downtown as well. And we've heard St. Patrick Hospital is on lockdown, Lowell School, and also we have Hellgate High School on lockdown. That just in. Here's what we know. It all started this morning around 10 a.m. or just before 10 with reports of shots fired at a police car with an officer inside. We'll continue to bring you the very latest on this story right here online and on Facebook and Twitter. There is also a gallery of pictures online at NBCMontana.com. You can share what you're seeing as long as you're in a safe place. Share that with us at NBCMontana.com/chime-in. And you can follow my tweets at Laurel at NBCMT.
Oh, I forget y'all have intros.
All right, and we're continuing to follow this rapidly developing situation, and we will be back. Again, follow us online and also at NBCMontana.com. And that wraps up this coverage.
They're doing cut-ins right now for us. They're bringing our producer and
Oh, I forget y'all have intros.
Are we off for sure?